Hey everyone, Alex with you here again, and today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys another chess set. This particular tournament chess set I was able to get at the Barnes& and Noble, surprisingly at a bookstore. So usually when you go to like a Walmart, Meijer, any of the merchandise stores that you see in town, generally when you go to their like kids play section where it's somehow shoved in between like the card games and board games, you'll find like the 5-in-1 chess sets. That's generally what you get, something very inexpensive. So I was surprised to be able to find something like this. It was $34. It said official tournament size. It came in a nice box. So I ended up getting it. This was about a year ago. Um, Here we see came with a little bag. Black bag comes with a strap. Now I'm just gonna be kind of informal today. I'm gonna show you guys everything from a distance. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. The strap does adjust a little bit right over here. That's about as much as you can adjust it. So it would be hard to be able to throw something like this over the shoulder, but it is fairly easy to carry. That is the only strap that comes with this particular bag. It's kind of sewn on here on the side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. The bag only has one compartment, and that compartment's inside, so it really does come kind of like a little baggie. When you open it up, there's the, comes the piece out. There's the board. The board is black color, black and white. Generally in tournament pieces, you see oftentimes like white and green. So this is black and white. It says vinyl, but honestly, you can stretch it quite a bit, and it feels very rubbery to me. It's not bad, and it's really easy to clean. In fact, I've been playing it, so it kind of catches dirt on. Not not too bad, but um, I'm not used to this type of a stretchy effect because yeah, you can stretch this out pretty well. And the only way that you'll be able to notice is when you're playing, when you put the piece down on the board, kind of has a little bit of a bounce to it. I'm not really used to that, but at least it doesn't like skid or anything like that. Like it's not sliding. Um, I'm just used to like if you go to a tournament and you get their really inexpensive chessboards, they don't stretch. I guess the reason why they made this one stretchy like this is because they realized that if you shove it into the bag, kind of like this or something, then when you unfold it back, you're not going to have any of the creases. Whereas some of the other bags, you have to be really careful. You can't bend them, and you have to roll them up very carefully and put them back in your bag. And if you ever do this to a particular bag and you just put it in like this, you're going to open it up, and it's especially if you open it up for the first time in like weeks at a tournament, you're going to be doing this for like minutes. You're going to have big streaks everywhere. It just doesn't look attractive. So this is kind of nice. I'm not super fond of the fact that this is light on black, and I will show you guys why. So pieces are made out of plastic. I believe there's an extra weight on the bottom, but the pieces are nice. It's just a simple plastic material. It's solid inside. It doesn't feel hollow. Not a whole lot of details. Let's go ahead and pour the pieces out. Okay, here we go. I believe I have all the pieces here. Once again, this was something I just got and bought for my kids to show them. There goes the pawn. Here, let's put this bag on the side. Where the hell is the pawn? No, that was the bishop. As far as details, these pieces aren't very detailed. Everything's plastic. The light pieces are gonna be very close to white. They don't have that beige look to them. It's just white, which is all right. And then the black pieces, they're just black, and they kind of, that's the problem with this particular chess set. It's nice and all, and it's very playable, but the pieces will blend in with the squares, very much so. So when you're playing it, if you're not used to playing on this particular board with these particular pieces, you can get these pawns. You just almost lose these pawns on the black pieces, and the white pieces blend with the white squares quite a bit too. So it's just, in my opinion, if they wanted to improve this particular set and get a better feedback, perhaps if they could use like a green and light pieces instead of the black ones, just because I feel like it would just be better. And in tournament situations, for the most part, 95% of the time you'll see the boards being green and white. Every once in a while you'll see the vinyl boards, the cheap boards. They're made out of like brown and white, or I've seen them in other colors like red and white. That gets crazy because we're just so used to green and white that any other color just looks a little bit off. Overall, not a terrible set. The pieces aren't super heavy. There's not a lot of detail. You can see on the king. The top portion is just it's just everything's just kind of been molded. There's a little bit of rough edges on the sides. Everything's just been stamped. Let's go. So they mass produce these, and for $34, I feel like it's not necessarily bad to be able to maybe play at home. Or the bag is, like I said, it's just that's all there is to the bag. There's no outside compartments or anything like that. So if you are going on a tournament with this particular chess set, you're probably going to need a notepad, and the notepad will probably go either in your pocket somewhere or right in the bag. The pen, the notepad, the watch, the clock. So are you going to just throw the clock in here, or do you carry the clock separately? This is kind of a question of whether or not this is fully adapted to a particular tournament play. When I used to do tournaments regularly, I remember I went to the state tournament. Those are really good to go to if you're looking for to get a decent chess set. A lot of times when they're holding the tournament somewhere, and what you guys can do is if you're looking to get a nice chess set where you want to go and actually try the pieces out, see how they feel and everything, Google online. Google, just do a search if there's any state tournaments being held in your area, within the next couple of months. Chances are you might be able to run into. It's got to be a big tournament. It can't be one of those little clubs with 5 people, and even in that particular situation, if you go to those clubs, if you have clubs in the city, you might be able to see if they sell you sets, because a lot of times they'll do. But the biggest selection, I feel like, if you go to one of those state champions or something, state tournaments, that's where I bought my previous one. Now, unfortunately, by this time, because it's already been over 15 years, I'm not going to be able to show you guys that particular set. But what it was is, how much did it cost me? I think 40. So this particular set was 34, and the other one that I bought at the state tournament was $40. And the difference between this one and that one is, first and foremost, the bag was kind of a rectangular. It was still kind of a black cloth material like this. It was a rectangular one. It had 2 compartments. Just kind of visualize this with me, guys. It had 2 compartments on the sides where you unzipped the compartment kind of in an L shaped. You opened it up and you put all the, let's say, light colored pieces in there. You did the same thing for the other color. And then it had a separate compartment where you opened that one up, and the full length of it was specifically for the board. So the pieces and the board were in different compartments. So that was 3 compartments. And then here in the middle, there was a pretty deep compartment where you just unzipped the center of it. You removed it. And that's where you would put your notepad. You would put your clock. It had enough space for a fairly decent clock. I used to carry an Excalibur. So if you guys are familiar with chess clocks, that's a pretty sizable clock. It was about this big. Everything fit really well. It had 2 straps. It had one that you carried just like this, and one that was a lot bigger than this one that you could just throw over your shoulder, and you would be able to adjust it. It was a lot longer than this to be able to carry it everywhere. It looked really nice. Unfortunately, 15 years later, because I've used it so much, after a while this material doesn't last, so it ends up starting to go kind of break at the seams and everything. And that's kind of what happened. And I ended up losing some of the pieces just because I was showing the chess set to my kids a lot, and they were getting the chess pieces, running around with them, mixing it with their toys. Eventually, things got lost. And but It was a really nice combination for $40 with the chessboard. They came in like this, but it wasn't stretchy. It was a nice chess mat, and then the chess pieces were actually made out of like stone, some kind of a stone material. Because this is plastic. The stone pieces that I had were much better. I felt it felt better overall quality wise and everything. I'm gonna try to find the particular one that I had a long time ago to kind of show you guys what that one looked like. But I've been trying to find it before I made this video, and I've just had some difficulty just because it's not a new chess set. It's already been like 15 years. So there you have it. Let me show you guys up close the pieces and the board so you guys can get a slightly better idea how everything looks. This is just kind of showing you guys a little bit of what this chest looks like. The dark pieces are on this side. It's kind of hard to tell in this particular lighting whether or not the black pieces blend with the black squares, but I kind of feel they are. Obviously, if you get used to playing this particular set, I feel like it's not going to be that much of a big deal to you, but just kind of keep in mind that, especially if you haven't really purchased this chess set, that when you're purchasing a particular chess set like this, you still want to have some kind of a variation between the color of the board and the color of the pieces. As you can see here, it comes with 2 extra queens, and that's kind of standard, especially for tournament chess sets. The detail on the pieces isn't particularly super fine. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get the focus in right, but you can tell that the pieces have been just kind of stamped together. It does come with a cloth underneath. The cloth is not very thick. Billiard cloth, but just kind of a little bit of a cheaper quality. And the knights in particular don't look very super fine or refined or anything like that. But once again, it's really all about the type of plastic that's used in the pieces, whether the plastic can tolerate finer details, because if the plastic, even for plastic, if you have a very dense plastic, it might be able to tolerate finer details a little bit better. The pieces look pretty similar as far as like there's no really major variation between light and dark pieces. Because it's a tournament chess set and because it could be used for like a studying, you have the lettering, the numbering, as you usually normally see on these tournament chess sets, like these scholastic ones. And like I was telling you guys before, the beam, the board's kind of a little bit. Now I know I'm having this on a soft surface, but still, if you guys can kind of take my word for it, it's kind of got a smushy feel to it. So it's almost like a rubbery, silicone-like board. So it just kind of feels a little bit weird, and just not what I'm generally used to. Well, there you have it. So for any of you out there that end up walking into Barnes and Noble and you see this particular chess set, it's kind of hard to tell because you're not gonna just rip it out of the box and check it out for yourself before you buy it. But hopefully this video was helpful to some people, just because this way you can kind of get an idea whether or not this is something you might be looking for. As for the price, I feel like it's not bad. If you're looking for something different, I'd probably suggest go to like either House of Staunton and then check out for their chess sets, go to the tournament chess set section. Or you can also get there from the uschess.org, like US Chess Sales. If you happen to be in the United States, you can go there and look at their chess sets. They have some varieties there. Don't get the single weighted or unweighted. Honestly, I would probably recommend either double weighted or triple weighted pieces, just because they feel better, in my opinion. Thanks for watching once again. If you like my video, fantastic. I do try to make more chess related videos in the future. If you don't like it, then please let me know in the comments below. If there's something that I would definitely want to listen to the comments and see if I can make some improvements Obviously, this is new to me as far as making this type of content. I've had some experience before just making videos of my kids, but this to me is interesting because I am interested in chess, and being able to share this information with you guys is always it feels good to me to be able to show you guys these things. And obviously, if it's helpful to you guys, thanks. Click that like and subscribe if you want to subscribe to be able to watch more chess videos. That's it, everybody. Until next time, see you guys later.